You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton.
And this is What Do You Got?
What do you got?
Okay, so What Do You Got is where we both bring a topic to the table and we just bullshit about it for a while. So this time, as Tim's up first, this cardboard cutout. Tim, what do you got?
Vivid dreams.
Vivid dreams.
Yeah, dude, I have been having the weirdest, fucking most realistic dreams lately. Like, it's been like absolutely serene. And the other night, I know I already told you this, but for our audience out there, I had a dream, and the only thing I remember from it is literally you turning to me and going, "Yeah, I quit my job." And it was weird because like we were in your bedroom, you were on your computer, and like I think we were looking at BDP stuff. and you turned to me and you told me that, and that's the only thing I remember.
Was it like a depressing, like this is the first step into like me writing a note? Or
it kind of came across that way.
Or was it like, hey, I finally quit my job because BDP is so freaking successful?
Dream You was not happy about it.
Oh, Dream Me was depressed? Dream Me is very much like real me.
Dream You, it was like you were caught in an act. Like, I guess I asked you like how work was going or something, and you were like, yeah, about that.
Yeah, I quit my job. I hope that's not a premonition, sir.
If it was,
that's crazy.
Dude, that is crazy.
I was laughing when you told me that because I didn't know what the whole dream was. I guess that's the only part you remember. But I was laughing because I'm like, kid can't even have his own dreams.
Dude, it's fucked up. My dreams are about other people.
You can't, even in your fantasy, you're not the main character.
So sad. So sad.
Like, yeah, I came up with this, had this dream. This hero saved a bunch of people. Oh, what did you do? I was the fiddler.
I watched
everything. So you've been having a lot of any reason why? Any changes in diet? Any stresses? Anything like that? Or just random?
Just random, dude. I've got nothing. My routine has been the same since this whole pandemic thing started. And like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I just miss people. You know what? Maybe that's it. Because I'm dreaming more about people that I'm not seeing now that I'm thinking about it.
Imaginary friends are clutch in this situation.
Imaginary friends are tight.
They're tight. Vivid dreams can either make your entire day or they can ruin your week.
Yeah, sometimes they can like ruin your morning. Yeah, do you ever have that where like you wake up from a dream that just feels real and you're just like, the fuck is going on?
Well, not only that, but especially if it's a bad dream, you're just like your whole day is just like shit.
Yeah,
you're like ugh, and then it's not even like okay the next day. Like the next day, you're just back to baseline. You're just like a normal shell. But if you have like a really good dream, like you could wake up with a little pep in your step, but it's nowhere near the effect that a bad dream has.
No, a bad dream can throw you.
Yeah,
it's like serious trauma.
Yeah, that's a dude. All right, we're going down a rabbit hole here, but that's kind of crazy because if you think about like experiences, right? Like if you had a traumatic experience, like say you were robbed or you were beat up and bullied as a kid, but say like you just kept having a dream like that seems super real.
That would be.
It would almost be like you, to some extent, that you experienced it.
Yeah. Dude, I had a dream once. I shouldn't even joke like that. Someone's gonna be mad.
For some reason, I thought you were singing the Cowardly Lion song from fucking.
What?
What's the
Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz. There you go. You just you hit the note like he did. Anyway, continue.
I had a dream when I was a kid that I wasn't even a kid. I think it was like 16, where there was like a bunch of little monsters. They were like spiders, but not spiders, right?
Okay.
And I knew I was in a house, and they were coming to get me, and there was no way out. And I had a gun, but the gun only had one bullet in it.
That's for you.
Yeah. So in my dream, I shot myself, but for whatever reason, I shot myself in the stomach.
You're so stupid. Dream You is not college educated.
God damn it, Dream Me.
You're like, oh, just might as well make an even slower, gruesome death. I'll be alive still when the spiders eat me, but I'll also have a gunshot wound to the gut.
I won't be able to move, and I'll feel them eating every single little bit. So I could feel myself bleeding out, and for like months afterwards, I couldn't have even like a toy gun pointed at me. Like I wasn't like full blown PTSD, but like if you pointed a toy gun at me, I'd be like, haha, stop.
You're just like uncomfortable.
Yeah. So it sticks with you. It's creepy.
Yeah, I'm so fucked up, dude. That story I told where I got stabbed and I was bleeding and it ended up being a creepy crawler on my stomach.
Yeah.
My first thought in the dream was like, it wasn't this, but it was this-esque. It was like, yeah, figures. Like, yeah, figures I'd get stabbed. And when I woke up, there wasn't like, oh my God, I'm like, just how do I keep more blood in my body than out of my body until I can fix this knife wound? Like, that's what my concern was keeping pressure on my stomach until I realized it was a giant creepy bug. But yeah, it wasn't like, oh my God, knives are dangerous. It was like, what's next?
What's gonna happen now?
Yeah, it is kind of strange though. With some dreams, like they fuck with you and you remember them, and other dreams, like I think what might be even, I guess it's better and worse when you wake up and you know you had a dream, but you don't know what it was. You just know it was a bad dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's better because it's better to forget, I guess. I don't know. I know that like sense of like weird, this is bad, but it's not real. It can be like mind altering, but at the same time, I'd rather have that than remember that I shot myself in the stomach to bleed out on the floor.
Well, at least you know you're not good at committing suicide. At least Dream You is not.
Dream Me failed.
Dream You is not. Yeah.
If I ever do suffer a serious bout of depression, all you guys can be rest assured I will not kill myself.
Check his stomach. Got any wounds?
Tim tried to kill himself. He shot himself in the stomach.
Sounds like a cry of attention for me.
Yeah. All right, dude. What do you got? It's your turn.
So what I have, we're just ruffling all the feathers this week. My topic is called In Hollywood Shape.
In Hollywood Shape.
Okay, so did you see the thing that Robert Pattinson said?
Yeah, I did, and it pissed me off.
Okay, we're on the same page again. Now we can just hate on people just freely. So, for those of you who don't know, Robert Pattinson, Crystal Boy from the Twilight Saga things. Yeah. I don't have any issue with him. I think seems like a fucking nice guy. But it says he basically is refusing to exercise while in quarantine and said, quote, if you're working out all the time, you're part of the problem. And that he says, I think if you're working out all the time, you're part of the problem, saying that it sets a precedent for other actors. And he basically was saying that no one was doing that in the 70s. Even James Dean, he wasn't exactly ripped. Fuck off, dude.
That is the best. Yeah, fuck off is like pretty appropriate.
So let me ask you a question. And this is just going to set it. If someone is playing a character and that character has already been established as this is what the character is, and everyone plays characters differently, I'm not saying there's no freedom or whatever, but do you think that actor or actress has some obligation to keep what that character is? And if they don't, they rightfully, should accept criticism from the fans of that character.
You open yourself up to criticism. Like you said, everyone has their own interpretations, and I can see where you're kind of going with this, because Robert Pattinson is supposed to be playing Batman in the upcoming movie. Yeah. And so this whole thing came about because they asked him, how are you staying in Batman shape? And he basically said, I'm not. So, and then he went on his little ass rant thing. Well, all right, I'm sorry. Batman is in shape. That is
yeah.
That's like 50% of like his thing. He's the world's greatest detective, and he's going to beat the shit out of you because he is muscular and awesome.
He's a muscular superhero. His thing isn't String Bean Boy. He doesn't have some superpower where he doesn't have to work out and he could still beat the shit out of guys. He's a human.
Yeah. If you were playing Spider-Man, all right, you get to be thin, but he is a human being who is strong. He's not like ripped like The Rock, but he is a muscular person.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll do some sort of movie magic where they'll work around it and he won't look like it. But at the same time, like, dude, come on. Like, you're playing fucking Batman. Like, you have an opportunity to play Batman on the big screen.
Yeah.
Why aren't you taking that? Like, why aren't you giving it your all? And then you're bitching about it.
Well, it's almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where it's like they think that their involvement in it is more important than the project itself. It's like, dude, you signed up to play Batman. If you think that body image is a problem in Hollywood, don't sign up for the project that requires you to have a certain body image.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the thing is like Batman, Michael Keaton in the 80s, like back then guys didn't work out and all that stuff. It wasn't like a big thing, but nowadays it's like guys try to basically, and like everyone in Guardians of the Galaxy, like look at fucking, what's his name? Used to be in Parks and Rec.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. He used to be chubby.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, oh, I'm playing Star-Lord now? I better lose some weight because I'm a superhero now.
Yeah, he got fucking ripped.
Yeah. I don't understand that, where like you're going to be on camera. People that make movies want to make their money back. People want to look at somebody that looks good.
Yeah. And like, we're not saying you have to be perfect.
No.
Ignore like the body standards, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't have to have 8 abs. You don't have to have like 2% body fat, but at least try.
You should look like you can win a fight if you're playing Batman.
And that's the other thing. Robert Pattinson is playing Batman. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird?
The only reason I gave it a pass was because when I heard Heath Ledger got signed on as the Joker, I thought it was a big mistake. And then I saw what he did with it.
Okay, that's fair. That's a very good
So
point.
I shut my fucking mouth now when it comes to certain things like that until I see the movie, because I was way off on that. But again, Heath Ledger, like, Joker is supposed to be like this average looking guy. Batman is supposed to be this jack looking dude. Christian Bale did all the work, right?
Yeah.
But to just say like, oh, if you're just keeping your mouth shut and but to say it out loud, like, oh no, I'm doing this because fucking we're part of the problem. It's like, you don't get to be Batman then. Yeah. All right, you don't get to be Batman.
Don't get to be Batman. You lose. Game over.
Like he's going to be trying to fucking walk and the cape is going to just take him away because he only weighs 110 pounds. Like, I don't understand that. I don't get it. When you watch Tom Hardy as Bane, you're like, all right, that dude's very short, not like Bane, but he's fucking jacked. Like he tried to look as much like Bane as a human could look for his frame.
Yeah. And he did a fantastic job. And you know what? They did like movie magic to make him look taller, and it worked.
It's the same thing. And I know if somebody listens to this, I'm going to get shit for it, but it's the same thing when like they ask when actresses are like, oh, they wanted me to lose 10 pounds for the role. It's like, well, you're a movie star. If their role is to be like the hot girl at the beach or the sex interest in the fucking, or love interest in the movie, like, yeah, they're going to want you to look as best as you can. They're paying you $20 million to play in this role. Lose 10 pounds. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. They want to make money. Like, you don't get both, right?
Yeah.
It seems so stupid.
You should know what you're signing up for. And like, that's not the same thing as like, I don't know how to put this. Like,
just say
there's like both extremes, right? There's like someone who's like, oh, they want me to lose like 10 pounds. All right, that's a little vanity weight. You can manage.
Yeah.
This isn't forever. Like, this is for the, come on, you can do it. But it's not the same as like people like full blown being like, oh, I'll never see that movie because she's such a like a fat ass. Like, all right, there's both extremes. We're not saying like be mean to people in that thing, but
no,
just lose the goddamn 10 pounds.
No, but it's one of those things, right? Like Chris Farley, right? You think Chris Farley's getting, when he was alive, you think he's going to get the Batman role?
I was about to say he ain't getting any role, dude.
Right? That's what I'm saying. But like, why? It's not just because of the acting ability. It's like Batman isn't 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, that's a simple thing, right? So like, if you want to be Batman, gain the weight. It's just like when, like Robert De Niro, when he played Al Capone, he gained like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
Because Al Capone was heavier. He's like, oh, if I want to get the role, I got to eat ho-hos. Like, that's the bottom line. Like, what is your whole opinion on that? As far as like the whole like Hollywood thing and like, oh, we shouldn't be body judging. It's like you're trying to portray characters. If the character is a certain kind of guy or a girl, like, isn't your job to depict that as best you can?
I 95% agree with you. Yeah, you should be doing your job. If your job is to look like a character, you should do your job to look like a character. Now, there are people that take it to certain extremes, like they'll lose like way too much. They'll go overboard.
Oh yeah.
So like, yes, avoid that. Like, keep everything.
But I respect the shit out of that too.
Yeah, yeah. Who am I thinking?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
You know who he was? Fucking Batman.
Batman.
Okay? That's why he was Batman. Because he played in The Machinist. He was 127 pounds, eating a can of tuna fish a day. And then like 9 months later, he showed up 220 for Batman.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Okay?
100-pound difference. That might be a little bit on the extreme side, but...
Well, Pattinson doesn't like to eat peanut butter and protein shakes. Boo fucking who, bro?
Dude, at least try. Like, do a fucking push-up. You can do it. I believe in you. You know what? You can hire a personal trainer to get on fucking Skype or whatever and yell at you into doing a couple of push-ups a day.
Do you think he actually thinks like that, or do you think he's basically like, I just don't want to put in the work, so this is the stance I'm going to take?
It's probably the latter. I think he's probably being lazy and he's justifying his laziness.
Because this is the dude that got famous for being a shirtless vampire. Right? It's hard to say like you're setting a bad image with the working out when you got famous for being a teen heartthrob with your shirt off. Right? Isn't that like counter?
Yeah. I mean, you made a career based off of your looks, and now you're complaining that people are like looking too good on film. Like, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid.
Oh my God.
It bothers me.
Just fucking eat the food, lift the weights, do some hard things, and just get paid, dude. Go to be Batman.
Batman and go get paid.
No one's gonna want to go see Batboy. All right? It's just not happening. Yeah. So anyway, dude, that's my what do you got? What any final thoughts on that?
That entire studio probably like started screaming when they read that article.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, also too, it's not like Batman is some like off the wall superhero that nobody really knows, so you can get away with like changing some things about it. Like, I think it was like Nick Fury. Nick Fury in the comic books is a white dude. Samuel L. Jackson fucking knocked that thing out of the park. But Nick Fury also isn't the most well-known superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people didn't even know that anything about him changed. But Batman is like one of the core group. Like, he's one of the main, like, everybody knows who Batman is. You can't just go like making these massive changes that don't do anything for the character. Like, it's just, he's skinny now. Is he a vegan?
You're taking away from the character, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, that's the focus now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's stupid. Take us out.
DC just fucking up. Once again. Yeah, so that's it. Go to Bro Down Pro, like and subscribe, hit the bell. What's the rest of this, Tim? I don't do this very often.
Don't forget to leave a comment on what you thought about our little topics today, and that's about it. We will catch you guys next time.
All right, see you guys.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.